Hi, and welcome to the Gabby Tripp Show. I'm your host, Gabby Tripp. Each episode, you'll be joining me in my home, where together we will cook delicious recipes so that you can better enjoy your home or inspire you to become a homeowner for the very first time. So buckle up, because your perfect home trip starts now. On today's episode, we are going to be making hummus. And this is my aunt's recipe, so I'm really excited to share it with you guys. It is a family secret, so and a lot of people think that hummus is just really difficult, and it's actually really simple. It's the perfect side dish if you want to bring it to a barbecue, definitely a crowd pleaser, and I'm going to show you a completely 100% foolproof recipe. So we're going to get started, and I have all of my quantities over here, and I'm going to show you I've got my chickpeas. So I just got canned chickpeas and rinse them off. You rinse the brine off and put that aside. I also have a tablespoon of tahini, and I have some paprika, but I'm just going to use this for topping later on. It's not actually going to go in the hummus. We have lemon, and we have some garlic. We're gonna use, garlic is to taste. If any of you know about like Arabic or Mediterranean cooking, you know that there's really no recipe. It's, a little of this, a little of that, a splash of that, and boom, you have your, finished product. So we're gonna play around with it today. I kind of know what I like for my hummus because I've made this a couple of times. So feel free to tweak yours however you feel you need to for taste. We also have some water, which we're gonna mix in accordingly as the chickpeas are blending. We don't wanna make it too watery. And then I top my hummus at the end with some olive oil. So we're gonna get started, and I'm going to take my chickpeas and I'm gonna put them in my food processor. You can use a blender. I just like a food processor because I have the fun attachment. So I'm gonna turn that on, and I'm gonna cut my lemon. I'm gonna say about quarter lemon to start. Again, taste. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. A nice trick too is if you're worried your seeds are gonna get in it, just put your hand under the lemon when you're squeezing it to catch these seeds. I'm gonna put that aside, and for the garlic, I'm gonna teach you a fun trick. So most of you probably already know this, but you take the back of your knife and you slam down on the garlic, and that allows you to peel the garlic a little bit easier in terms of getting the wrapping part off. And then this little green part inside of the garlic, it is okay. It's okay if it's in there. You just want to cut your garlic in the middle and just peel it out. And that way, because it can be bitter sometimes, so you don't want to keep that in there when you're blending it up. But that's really all you need. It's going to get food processed anyway, so just shove the clove right in there. We have our tahini. Put that right on in. There you go, put that aside. And of course we want some salt to taste. So here's my salt. I'm gonna do, probably about a teaspoon or so. And again, taste it, see if you like it, add more, add less, doesn't really matter. So with your water, I would start off, I have about a cup here. I would start off with about maybe a third to a quarter of that for your blending. And then you're just gonna put the lid on. I'm not gonna turn it on, otherwise you will not hear me. You're gonna turn it on and blend it. I would say, this food processor stops after about a minute, but just keep watching it for the consistency. You know how hummus should look. If you want a little bit smoother, or if you want a little bit more chunky, you can leave it that way, and add water in accordingly as you're going through. This is, again, 100% foolproof. It's gonna be delicious at the end no matter what, so just have fun with it. I'm gonna blend this up, and then you need to stay tuned for the rest of the episode so that you can see the finished product. So I'll see you in a second. And now it is time for our Mortgage Minute, where I peel back the curtain and share some tips and tricks to all of my future home buyers out there. Today I'm gonna talk about credit requirement minimums. So previously we've spoken about how you monitor your credit, but this is after you've monitored your credit, gone through the pre-approval process, and now your lender, AKA me, is structuring your loan to see what will be best for you and your financial future. So depending on what your credit score minimum comes in at, you could qualify for different types of loan products. There are so many different ones out there. We've got conventional, FHA, VA, USDA, our state housing program. We also have jumbo loans. So as you can see, there are a lot of options to choose from, and different mortgage loans have different requirements. So it is up to your mortgage professional to figure out exactly what is the best program for you. And your credit minimum feeds into that. So if you have a credit minimum of, let's say, $640 versus a credit of $700, well, that could change what kind of loan you would be pre-approved for. So talk to me today, give me a call, and let's see what we can get you pre-approved for or get you ready to refinance. Let's go check on our hummus and see how it turned out. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. As you can see, we have our finished product right here with our hummus. I topped it with some olive oil and paprika because that is my favorite thing. And I put it with some carrots, tomatoes, and everything on the side. You can also do chips or Cheez-Its. It's delicious with absolutely anything. I hope you enjoyed learning about our Mortgage Minute today as well. Be sure to follow us on YouTube at the Gabby Tripp Show and stay connected on social media. That way I can see your rendition of my aunt's secret hummus recipe. Thank you so much for joining us today. You are now one step closer to achieving your home buying dreams. See you next time.